So I'm First Class Dakota Fowler. I'm in Bushmaster Company, 1st Battalion, 16th Infantry Regiment, where I'm the 1st Platoon Sergeant. Today we're here to train Battle Drill 6 Alpha. We're going to clear some rooms. So we're going to start with team elements. We're going to move from room to room, and they're going to identify targets, and they're going to engage and destroy the enemy. Important for the infantry to be able to close with is destroy the enemy. So whenever we go into urban operations and mount sites, it's important that infantrymen can get in and effectively mass fires and engage and destroy the enemy. That way we can keep our forces safe. So this specific exercise, I'll be responsible for safety and validating training for our squads. Safety is important just because we're handling live rounds, and as we progress through our training, we're going to be going through the building and actively engaging targets. So it's important to have someone there that can observe safely and make sure that there's considerations in place. I've enjoyed seeing how far my platoon has progressed from before deployment for the rotation up to now, seeing how far they've come from individual tasks to team drills to squad and section level exercises, all the way up to here, and we're still building on the collective training cycle. We'll take the lessons learned from this training exercise and we'll continue to build forward onto it as we move into platoon live fire, platoon sticks, and then a company combined arms live fire exercise.
I'm Second Lieutenant Sebastian Asasi. I'm currently a platoon leader for an infantry platoon in Bravo Company 116 Infantry. So my role is, as a platoon leader, managing training, running ranges like this one, and then just any kind of management of, when we get given a directive of certain events coming up or tasks we need to complete, making a schedule and grading criteria for how we're going to evaluate those tasks. So today we're doing a shoot house, so we're working on our Battle Drill 6. It's going to be a lot of room clearing, identifying targets quickly and engaging them in close proximity, and also maneuvering at the same time. So putting together a lot of elements you kind of do separately, but it's a bit of a culminating event for the various tasks that we're training right now. Yeah, so about 2.5–3 months ago, we started creating the plan of what we wanted to train, looking at what different tasks we're going to evaluate them on and how we wanted the training to run. We came out to the site and did a reconnaissance on it to see what the shoot house looked like so we could develop where we're going to place targets, how we're going to run the training. And then up until even last week, we were finalizing the plan, going over the fine details, making sure everything had been ironed out so that when we get out here, we can immediately start training without any kind of issues. Being in a different environment, different terrain, mountains, dense woods, also plains out here, you just get to train different things and focus on, a lot of different tasks you wouldn't get to when you're back stateside. During our company Califex run into an urban setting, there's a mount site behind me, somewhere to the south, and if we were to go to that mount site and have to seize it or defend it, anything like that, us understanding how to do Battle Drill 6 is going to be important, because without proper clearing techniques, you're not going to be able to get through that building. In weeks leading up to this, last week specifically, we set up something called the glass house, which takes engineer tape and makes a one-for-one reference of what exactly the house is going to look like. So being able to train stuff like this while not actually here is a huge part of kind of figuring out how to make your squads more lethal, because you don't always get to come to a training site like this and have an opportunity to use a shoot house. So just trying to be creative with your training and figure out the best way to do good training still with not a lot of resources sometimes.
Hi, my name is Sergeant Timothy Ludlam. I'm part of 116 Infantry, Bushmaster Company, and I am an Alpha Team Leader. Every day is leading soldiers, so that is my main job, is coming to work, teaching them, mentoring them, making sure that everything is complete at the lowest level. So we're doing room clearing, so clearing a building. So yeah, it's a lot of navigating with your team, a lot of fast decision making, bouncing back and forth. Here I would be more or less in the middle, just making sure my guys are going to the correct places and I can grab them and move them where I need to. We train every day for what we know and what we've been through, but there's buildings everywhere. Anything that you do or anything that we do, we run it multiple times, over and over and over again. So that way when it comes time, if that time comes, it's just ingrained in your memory. The most rewarding part is, I guess, at my level, at my job, would be training the soldiers and then seeing them progress. A lot of our new guys that we have, they're fresh out of basic training, and they got to the unit started packing out to come out over here. So we didn't get a whole lot of training in. So obviously basic training is different than here. We have different wants and needs. So seeing that, pretty much them starting from scratch, and we build them how we want them. Say being away from home, it puts people in a different mindset. It almost makes you take it more serious, right? You have nothing else to do here other than your job, so you have to take it serious. Being here and being a team leader, being a leader is the camaraderie, waking up every day, being with my guys. You build relationships that you wouldn't normally build back in the rear. You know, you get off work and you go home, and then it's like, okay, we see each other at work and that's it. Here you live with people, you see how they truly are inside and out, how they live, breathe, eat, everything. So you truly get to know everybody through and through.